Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the inaugural video edition of C&B Connect, a quarterly bulletin for all things C&B, where we'll be covering client and partner updates, social media highlights, and so much more. Well, why are we doing this? It's quite simple. After 8 long years of PDF editions, Connect is now expanding, and we're moving from the comfort of your email inbox to the vastness of the internet at large. So whether you're a client, a friend, or perhaps even someone not very familiar with C&B, impossible as that might sound, welcome to this first video edition of Connect, where we have quite a few exciting stories, news, views and developments to share with you. Leading with C&B News, where the men of the hour and the men with a plan, CEO Ahmed Athani and Managing Director Tariq Al-Sharabi, were both listed among the retail industry's finest in PR Week's Middle East Powerbook 2020. And no, I know what you're thinking, and this is actually not a listing of high-performance laptops. It's a list that brings together the finest minds and professionals in the PR industry. So congratulations for another smashing year, gentlemen. Now let's turn to new client wins, and among a roster of client retentions and new partnership renewals, C&B is proud to reveal that none other than Dubai South has joined the portfolio of clients that the agency will be representing and working with. New client wins in this particular climate is certainly something to be proud of. Client side, the COVID-19 situation has been a little bit of a tough cookie for many to chew on, but C&B's clients have endured and stood tall and adapted. So let's start with Dubai economy, which saw a 34% drop in IP complaints in the first quarter of 2020, while 5,300 new trademarks were also filed, so well done there. Dubai Land Department's smart remote payment services are facilitating the real estate registration process, so quite an opportune time to get some property down. Dubai Investments has announced a 10% cash dividend to shareholders, so congratulations shareholders, because you are now my new best friends. Arabian Automobiles Company has welcomed the all-new 2020 Nissan Sunny to Dubai's roads. Construction and infrastructure at Azizi's Riviera in MBR City is expedited. Meanwhile, Jamal Majid Group has launched the Thank You Heroes campaign as a token of appreciation for UAE's health workers. Excellent initiative, and thank you UAE's health workers, and thank you Jamal Majid Group for thinking of them. Bu Khatir Education Advancement and Management, or let's just call it BEAM, announced key measures to alleviate the financial burden on parents. And as a parent, can I tell you that I am eternally grateful, so thank you. Al Majid Motors has announced the arrival of the all-new Kia K5 Fastback sedan in the UAE. That's right, it's a Kia, and it's a fastback, and it's fast. And the Sustainable City has launched a series of educational webinars for a deeper understanding of sustainability practices in the built environment. Greener infrastructure, greener buildings, what's not to like? Delicious news coming up. Fueled by high demand, Pinza has opened its 5th kitchen in the Dubai Silicon Oasis. Now what the guys need to do is come over and open a kitchen in my kitchen, because I can't get enough of that cheesy, chewy goodness. Mawahib from Beautiful People has launched the 7 Days of Happiness Challenge to keep members motivated amidst COVID-19. I salute you, Mawahib, for the 365 days of happiness your students are feeling, and happiness during these times is something we could all do a little bit of. Now, if you thought C&B is a Dubai-based operation, well, you'd be right. However, did you know that C&B has offices across the globe? So we're talking coast to coast, continent to continent coverage. The Americas, check. Europe, it's in the bag. The Indian subcontinent, we've got this. In fact, C&B's network extends to cover 26 locations from around the world. So let's look closely at what those locations have been up to. Over in the US, a more incorporated C&B have welcomed Fashion Innovation and Zoe Ligon as 2 new clients. Turning to Egypt, POD C&B has raised over 15 million Egyptian pounds to support the Ministry of Health for public health efforts. Great initiative and job incredibly well done, team. In the Gulf, specifically Saudi Arabia and Bahrain, W7 Worldwide C&B has formulated a guide to CEO communications in the second phase of the COVID-19 crisis, because it's never been more important for leaders to lead from the front. And hang on, I'm getting something. This just in. Our reach has expanded to Pakistan and Afghanistan via Bashir Maresh C&B. That's another 2 steps closer to coverage that covers the whole world. Now, the C&B team is not just busy working with clients. They're also actively seeking to inspire all of you interested in PR. And they do this through weekly blogs that cover a multitude of subjects, from engaging the right audiences, to employing psychology, and maybe even forensic experience in service of both clients and the community at large. So for example, Client Services Director Reem Maswade sheds light on PR in the post-COVID-19 world where it's not business as usual. Director of Strategy Updesh Kapoor shares his insights on navigating the COVID-19 crisis, the PR way, and actually the C&B way. Meanwhile, Account Manager Antoine Bogus reveals how psychology is in every move you make, and every word you type, and every breath you take, and I'll be watching you, and I could go on, but I'm not going to. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us this time around. Thank you all for tuning in. And remember, if you want to find out more about C&B, head to their social media pages on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, etc. If you can imagine it, they're already there. I look forward to sharing future insights, news and views with you on the next edition of C&B Connect. Until then, stay safe, stay happy, and stay connected.